Something's wrong. Oh, these are kind of cute. Oh my god. Because that's food poisoning. Gross, dumb. After today's video, I'm eating a salad for lunch to offset, counteract all the sugar we're about to have. All of the sugar we're about to have and ingest and consume and talk about. This is gonna be a long video. Hello. Okay, we're doing another episode of the series Never Have I Ever. This is a series that I have where I go to fast food places, restaurants, drive-thrus, or I look at a whole company or a product line and I do a deep dive onto this thing. And I learn the ins and outs, the history of how it came to be and how they got the flavors and who are the major players in the game. And I usually find really interesting stuff. I do about 1 to 2 hours of research until I get bored. And then I present all that research to you guys in the form of fun facts. And that's the first... My hand looked weird. And that's the first half of the video. And then the second half of the video, we taste a bunch of the products or a bunch of the menu. Stuff that I usually wouldn't try. And that's usually like fast food fish. Hate that. Anything smothered and covered in mustard. Anything at White Castle. Really. We did an episode there. Hated everything. I have so many episodes, speaking of this series on my channel that you could go check out. The very first episode was Taco Bell. Go back and watch that episode. That was like a rough... rough video compared to how I do them today. But for today's episode, you can tell by the title it gives it away. But we're doing a deep dive into the world of Peeps. I got your Peeps right here. Get your peepers on these Peeps. Ow! Ow! My head just goes through the package. Fun facts, here we go. Peeps, if you've never seen them before, they're only sold in like the US and Canada. So if you don't live here, you never heard of them, you're gonna be like, what is this wild monstrosity of a candy? You guys calling that candy? Let me move over so you can put in graphics. Okay, Peeps, if you don't know, it's an iconic Easter candy. If you think spring, if you think Easter, if you think marshmallow, you probably think Peeps. We'll talk about their branding in a second. Their branding is outrageous. Peeps are shaped marshmallows covered in colored sugar. That's why they're so fun to look at. The shapes that they sell them in mostly are like chicks and bunnies. Peep, peep, peeps, chicks, bunnies. Mostly sell during Easter. I think that's their big selling time, but you can get them all year round. You can get Halloween themed Peeps. Shapes like cats, ghosts, Frankensteins, pumpkins, skulls. They have Christmas Peeps that are snowmen, stockings, Christmas trees, reindeer, and they make about 2 billion of them every year. Billion. I've probably had 2 Peeps in my whole life. So popular. I didn't think that many people ate them. The best selling Peep is just the yellow original Peep. Peeps themselves, the candy, is made by the Just Born Inc. company. Now, this company also makes Mike and Ike's. I love Mike and Ike's. Oh, you like Mike and Ike's? You got a boyfriend? Is he tall? Is he hefty? Is he coming back? Work that ponytail. Own that updo. Does anybody know that skit? Love me some Mike and Ike's. Also hot tamales, which are like a hot cousin of Mike and Ike's, okay? They call her Hot Tamale. Cinnamone. Spicy. Also, they own Peanut Chews. Peanut Chews? I've never really had them. Now, the founder of Just Born Inc., his name was Sam Born. He was an immigrant from Russia, and he learned how to make candy in Paris, and he was studying to be a rabbi. Many life paths. Now, he founded Just Born Inc. in 1923 in New York. They eventually moved the company to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and they start like a candy company during the Great Depression. And they were able to move that company because they were so successful. I wrote Great Depression who? Candy was selling. He also had a candy storefront. He would write like Just Born Candy, a play off of his last name, Born. But also Just Born because they had just made the candy that day. Also, this guy, Sam Born, he also was the inventor of chocolate sprinkles, aka Jimmy's. The guy who operated the machine to make the sprinkles, the chocolatey sprinkles, goodness, his name was James Bartholomew. So Sam Born was like, I like naming things after people and myself. I'm gonna name them Jimmy's after you. Good thing they didn't name them Bartholomew's. I want some Bartholomew's on my sundae. They're like, we call them Jimmy's. He's like, I call them sprinkles. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. He also made a machine that put like the sticks and lollipops, which I didn't even know that was a hurdle that we needed to cross. Like, how are we gonna figure that out? And for that invention, they gave him the key to San Francisco. Wait, but he lived in New York and Pennsylvania. Why were they giving him the key to San Francisco? San Francisco? On the other? Is there a San Francisco, New York that I don't know about? We'll let that one go. Just Born Inc. is a family-owned business. They're on their 3rd generation of the family taking it over. The founder, Sam Born, he had a son named Bob Born. Sam and Bob ran the company, and also they brought in Sam's brother-in-laws, Irv and Jack Schaefer. They got a picture of all of them standing around. The son of Sam was Bob. After Bob, his son, Bob, had a son also, and his name was Ross. Sam Born, Bob Born, Ross Born. Ross Born and his cousin of the brother-in-laws, 3rd generation, we're down here. So Ross Born and David Schaefer, those two are co-CEOs right now. Now Ross, he wanted to be a lawyer. He thought he was going to move to Chicago where his wife was from and just be a Chicago lawyer. And he somehow got into this candy company that his family ran, and he's like, I'll do it for like 4 years, just see how it goes. He's been doing it for about 40, but apparently he still keeps his license to practice as a lawyer. So I read some weird thing about how Peeps branding is so big and so many people like use the name Peeps to make other products. Instead of sending like cease and desist orders, sometimes they just send them candy with a little reminder like, woohoo, That's our trademark. That's us. Don't be stealing our stuff. He's like, I could write them a cease and desist letter because I am a practicing lawyer. I have my license. Why are we talking about Just Born Inc? They make the Peeps now, but who originated the Peeps? Who really got that going? 1908, throwback. 1908, there was a company that started called Rada, R-O-D-D-A, Rada Candy Company in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Lancaster, one of those. Pennsylvania. They were known and famous for their jelly beans. Sam Bourne with his own candy company saw that and was like, oh, they're really known for jelly beans. I'm going to acquire and buy this company. So they did. Just Born Inc. acquired this Rhoda Candy Company in 1953. Now, they were known for jelly beans, but in the back, they were also making chick-shaped marshmallow candies. They were doing that. They were calling them Peeps themselves. They were making those, and they only sold them in the colors yellow, pink, and white. And they had wings. Oh my God, the original Peeps had wings. I'll put in a picture. They had little wings because chickens have wings. Imagine that. No, the only problem with these marshmallow Peep chick things they were making, these took 27 hours to make because they were molding them by hand out of marshmallow out of like a pastry tube. Could you imagine trying to make these back in the, yeah. So when Bob took over, his nickname was the father of the Peeps, even though Sam Bourne started Just Born Inc. that he bought the candy that was making Peeps. When Bob took over, he was like, oh my gosh, we got to run with this Peeps idea, but we got to speed up production time. He figured out how to automate the production of Peeps. Yes, with like a machine. No more like hand molding. He turned that 27-hour process of making a thing of Peeps into 6 minutes. That's what happens when you put a machine in there. And they cut the wings off. They cut the wings so the Peeps and the idea couldn't fly away. They didn't start making the bunny Peeps until the 1980s, which I like the bunnies better. I think they're cuter. In 1997, just the chickens were called Peeps because chickens, peep, 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 chick, yeah. So... But then someone like a marketing guy in the 90s was like, we need to call all of them Peeps and we need to strengthen the brand so that the brand is called Peeps and we do the marshmallow thing. And then if we want to like do other products, make it all under one umbrella. And people in the company were like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Why would we do that? Good thing they did. Hello. Now how are Peeps made? I watched 2 separate videos and in both the videos, they will not show you the actual process of how they get the marshmallow mix into the shape. They will not show you. It's top secret. It's like redacted information. Now they put all the ingredients into these big mixtures and like these tumblers. They make like this kind of marshmallow paste or whatever, and then they make it into a shape. Then they put all the marshmallows through a dusting chamber that they call a sugar shower. A sugar shower! And they put the eyes on the Peeps and the bunnies, and the eyes are gross. We'll talk about that too. I really want to know how they make the damn shapes of the Peeps. And the facility is not open to the public. You can't go visit the factory. So that ended up, it's a family-owned business. So someone needs to marry into the family and then have their wedding at the factory. We'll have to shut down the factory for the day. We won't be able to make any Peeps. I'm like, no, you can still make them in the background. I'll just have the videographer just blur it out or just zoom in on something else. No, we need someone to marry into the family, have their wedding at the factory, and film how the process is done. Because I'm just damn nosy. I don't even like Peeps. I wonder if anybody working at the company today is male 30 and in their singles. And in their singles, male in their 30 and singles. How you doing? They said that they're landfill free. 97% of the materials they use get recycled. Like when they put them through the sugar shower, whatever sugar doesn't hit the marshmallow and stick, they either recycle it for the next batch, which they should make like a rainbow Peep. Use all the extra sugar, mix it all together, rainbow Peep. Ever heard of it? Tie-dye Peep? A tie-dye Peep? I digress. And the other 3%, they said they turn it into energy. They turn the sugar into energy? Is that what you're telling me? The whole factory runs on sugar. Production line? Sugar. Computers? Sugar. The workers? They're in a sugar coma. They're running around. Pressing all the buttons, doing all the thing, tasting the Peeps. The whole place runs on sugar. Now I want to talk about branding. They've done collabs. They made Minion Peeps one time. They made Jurassic Park Peeps, which like, they look like dino eggs. Bath and Body Works? That's not even candy. You can buy a Peeps scented body wash. What the hell? What does that smell like? Just marshmallow and vanilla? Or a Bath and Body Works Peeps fragrance mist. You want the whole damn living room to smell like the Peeps factory? Be our guest. Be my guest. Be my guest. Put the sugar to the test. Spray it on the couch and on the pillows. Oh, I digress. It smells like marshmallow. Smells like sugar. And we're totally landfill free. And we've got so many bottles of mist. I'll send you home with 3. 3. I couldn't do it for... Hey, maybe just reading the fun facts, I'm like being infused with the sugar. Peeps has so many products besides candy, it's ridiculous. Peeps has merch, Peeps does jewelry, Peeps does nail polish, beer, coffee creamer, dog treats, Peeps dogs toys in the P.O. box. They do home decor, they do tablecloths, pillows. They have so many products besides candy that they license out to. I am convinced because Peeps is such a major spring Easter candy, 10% of Peeps sales comes from the candy itself, and then 90% of the rest of the sales comes from using the Peeps name to make other objects, things, branding, merch. Because the brand is so strong and recognizable, hello, 1997, the person who said we gotta name them all Peeps. It's iconic, it really is, it should be studied. I also just sat on Google and typed in the word Peeps and then random things to see if a product would pop up, and it did. I typed in Peeps toilet paper. Peeps wasn't selling toilet paper, but someone on Etsy was selling a Peeps inspired toilet paper roll. It was like wrapped in a Peeps theme. That's pretty damn close. Peeps vape? I was like, they must have taken that smell or that scent and put it into like a vape, right? Did find a cannabis, a weed. Mary Jane, ever heard of it? A Peeps inspired weed strain. And I knew I would. Peeps is everywhere. I literally wrote down, I said, whoever works in marketing, in the branding of Peeps and merchandising and licensing out, that I said needs a raise. Now, I did kind of type in the company into LinkedIn just to see who I could see who works at the company. Keith Domolewski. He's the senior director of marketing and engagement. Engaging with the public, making them products so they could buy it off the shelves. We love Peeps. He's been working at Just Born Inc. for 19 years. He must have his hand in the sugar jar, if you will, of how successful this brand is. And he became the senior director like 4 months ago. Good for him. Caitlin Servian, another person I found, is a brand manager for Peeps and has been doing it for 14 years. So not only is it like a family-owned company, the people that work there for a long time, it looks like. It's making me like the product a little bit more. Okay, what about the Peeps flavors? Past, present, I was gonna say future, but I don't know. I have input, I have thoughts. Lucky for me, there's a website called everypeepsflavor.com. Thank you so much. I was like, what is this gift to my research? I love this. They listed over 100 plus Peeps flavors or like variations of the flavors. Let me list off a couple that I didn't get my hands on today. Sunny D, chili lime mango, churro, blue raspberry icy, kettle corn pumpkin spice. Peeps is very much a spring candy. They're trying to break into the fall. Candy corn flavored Peeps, a marshmallow covered in sugar flavored like a kid. I love candy corn. I would not like those. Pancakes and syrup. If anybody ever tried a pancakes and syrup Peep, let me know. Root beer float, bubblegum, a bubblegum flavored Peep. I hate that. You're pushing it. If I saw that on the shelf, I walked past a bubblegum flavored Peep, I would look at it and be like, you're pushing it. They also have a sugar-free vanilla. Sugar-free vanilla Peeps. Aren't they literally covered in sugar? Yeah. Maybe I don't understand the concept of sugar-free because they're covered in sugar. How are they sugar-free? Those ones are just bald. Those are just like a little dollop of marshmallow. How do you do that? I don't know. Okay, a couple other just totally random facts that I found. Stick with me. Now, there is this event that they put on in Maryland. Fundraiser for the arts, okay? But they're called Peep shows. Peep show, not the kind of Peep show you're talking about. Get your head out of the sugar shower. Peep show is like this art fundraiser for the arts where people make sculptures out of the Peeps. And the sculptures are like these pop culture icons. One was like the caterpillar from that Caterpillar book. The Peeps brand, they have an Instagram and a TikTok page. Each of them respectively, like on their own, have 100,000 subscribers, followers. That's pretty good for a brand. You know, I'm not following too many brands on social media. I see enough ads already. I love Scotch Tape. You don't see me following Scotch Tape on Instagram. Who's following Peeps? The real diehard fans? It's a cult. This is very random, but I saw it listed somewhere and I was like, it's just wildly fascinating, not fun. Sam Bourne, who was the creator of Just Born Inc., the head honcho that we talked about, he died on a world cruise. He was taking a world cruise with his wife and he died at sea. Crazy weird, right? I saw a statistic that 30% of the customers that eat Peeps like to eat them stale. Stale? They open the package and leave the Peeps out for a couple of days. Because they get like crusty and people like to eat them like that. Like when the air oxidizes or whatever the hell it does. I left out a couple today for us to try. I said, imagine trying to market that. Imagine trying to market your product as like fresh, off the line, secret recipe. You got it from our hearts to yours. But have you tried them stale? They can't market that. That's like one of those things that when you give a product to a customer, the customer just gets to like find loopholes of the best way to use the product or eat the product or whatever. Like that's not something they could market. I don't think Peeps is telling people, I'll look at their social media. I don't think Peeps is telling people to eat it stale. They wouldn't like advise you. That's like telling someone like, oh, try our milk, but it's better after the expiration date. No company I don't think is allowed to say that or tell you that. It's probably like lawsuits waiting to happen. I like to take my Peeps and I like to leave them opened out in the sun. So they're stale and they're pale. Last but not least, Peeps are known for being like indestructible. You know what? I can't, there's one thing after another. I think like a college, some companies, some researchers took Peeps out of all the candy, took Peeps and did a bunch of experiments on them to see like what could break down to Peep. And they did like acetone and chemicals and blah, blah, blah. And after a while they broke down, but they were just holding true. Those sugary little bright colored marshmallows were just holding on strong. Most importantly, the eyes on the Peeps, all the Peeps have eyes. Apparently the eyes of the Peeps are the most indestructible part of them. Like they would melt down the whole Peep and the eyes would still just be looking at you. The Peeps are alive with the eyes of the product. Scary. What are they made of? Carnauba wax? Carnauba wax? Apparently it's an edible vegetable wax, but it's also found in car wax and shoe polish. 2 dots of eyeballs on the candy? On the candy that you eat, the edible candy, is made out of stuff that you would find in car wax to keep a car nice and shiny. Why? They're not even like shiny eyeballs to begin with. Why couldn't you put a dot of chocolate? Partner up with Crayola. They do a non-toxic, washable, edible marker. You could put the eyeballs on with that. You don't have to put eyeballs on them at all. How come they haven't changed that? It's because they automated it too much. They took it from 27 hours down to 6 minutes. Maybe add a minute back onto the production time. We'll make them in 7 minutes because we're gonna hand paint the eyeballs on. Beep, 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 beep. That's me putting the eyeballs on with a paintbrush. Boop, boop. That's pretty pretty much it for the fun facts and not so fun facts. Now, I've tried Peeps probably twice in my life, and I've written them off both times. I don't like them. Gross. Marshmallow, sugar, not my thing. I don't care for them. The texture, the taste, smell, flavor, nothing. I don't care. I put Peeps in the same category as black licorice and circus peanuts. I don't know why the hell we're still making these things. Who's eating them? This is a very niche, following, cult-like, if you will. That's why we're taste testing them today. This is gonna be a little bit of a hate taste test, because I already know I don't like these. We're gonna see if I've been wrong about Peeps this whole time. Maybe I love the taste of shoe polish wax. Yummy! Okay, we gotta try these Peeps. I've been putting it off. What if I have so many fun facts that there's no time to try the Peeps? Part 2? No. Okay, let's just try the normal Peeps, and then we'll try them stale. Right back-to-back comparison. We'll decide on that factor if they're both disgusting. I picked up, these are just like the normal chicks. Lots of air in the bag. I never realized that they're kind of just like, I don't know, they're like, the chicks are like free to roam. Also, they're all just stuck together, so it doesn't even matter. This is their packaging and their branding. It's kind of cute. I do like the colors of Peeps. I also have the yellow, just originals. I have the bunnies. I originally threw this idea around on my Patreon that we should do a Never Have I Ever Peeps, but I was like, it might be like a video of me just complaining because I don't think I like them. The goobers on the Patreon were saying, like, if they like Peeps or what flavors they like or whatever. You know, they were saying that they like to eat the Peeps stale. I was like, all right, cool. So I opened one of these packages, and I left these two sitting out for like 3 days. There is like a little bit of a crust on them. The marshmallow got dried out. And then you gotta like pull them apart, and then the sugar's just everywhere. The sugar that comes off of a Peep is like how people hate the sand at the beach. You're like, well, you went to the beach, you want to go to the water, you have to get to the beach. And get to the beach, there's sand. They put sand on the beach because they don't want to put rocks, okay? You gotta deal with the sand. And people hate the sand that gets everywhere. I don't like how there's just sugar everywhere. It's like eating a glitter bomb. I don't like it. Oh, it's everywhere. I'm gonna have to vacuum. I don't want to eat something and then be like, we're gonna have to vacuum after this. We can enjoy Peeps today on the couch during the movie. We're gonna have to vacuum. No, I don't want to do that. Here's the Peep up close and personal. Wait, they put eyes and a nose on it? Did they do that on the chicks? No. Now, reading the thing about the wax on the Peep, I did not know that. I thought, did no one else think that the face on the Peeps was chocolate? I was thinking maybe they can't make it chocolate because then you would have to say this is like a chocolate product. It contains chocolate. We have to make our own chocolate. Is this just like a brown colored wax? Does it have no flavoring at all? Smells like absolutely nothing. Doesn't even smell like a marshmallow. I'm just inhaling the sugar. Should they have a smell? Isn't the base flavor of a Peep vanilla? Sugar, corn syrup, gelatin, which is like bones and tendons and whatnot, all ground up. Yummy! Contains milk. What? Gluten-free? Yellow dye. There's no flavor in here? Where's the marshmallow flavor coming from? I thought these were flavored vanilla. If you buy the Peeps body spray from Bath & Body Works, it smells like vanilla. Okay, let's try these. Little foo-foo bunny hopping through the forest, hopped into the office and I bit off his head. Oh, I'm so conflicted. One, it ripped apart so easily. I thought they were, maybe I've only ever had stale Peeps because that ripped apart quite nicely, kind of. That was like a nice little fluff. I feel like a regular marshmallow you get out of a bag, like for s'mores and stuff, for like campfires. Those have like not a crust on them, but like like an outer coating that makes them like a little chewy. This was surprisingly like all fluff. It has like little air pockets in it, which I didn't realize. And then instead of having like a crust, like I'm calling it a crust, it's not a crust. Instead of having like an outside to it like a regular marshmallow does, this has the powdered sugar as like the barrier. These are surprisingly fluffy and chewy and light. Now, do they taste like anything? No, they taste like a marshmallow, the sugar. Oh, the little sugar dusting on here is such small little granule pieces of sugar. It's not grainy. That's how ground up it is. But the fact that it tastes like nothing makes me not like them because I'm like, it tastes like nothing. It's a marshmallow. If you're just eating, I mean, I can see how much sugar I'm eating and it tastes like nothing. Well, I want it to taste like something, you know? Punch me in the face. Okay, those are okay. Am I getting really close? Oh, they're okay. You know what? They're better than I remember them being. Those are better than I remember them being. That's crazy. I didn't expect that. What's my favorite form of marshmallow? I don't know. Either already in a s'mores or maybe like a marshmallow fluff. Also, that's the type of thing where I'm like, I can have one and I'm done. 4 bunnies come in a pack, 5 chicks come in a pack. I only want one. I wish we were done with the taste test because I'm kind of done. It literally says on the package, express your Peepsonality. Oh, I'm going to express my Peeps opinion because I have a lot to say. You go here for me. Okay, these are the ones I left out for like 3 days. Now, these have a little bit of a pushback on them. They're not as fluffy, airy, whatever. They're a little like crusty, crunchy. The sugar's a little crystallized. What if it just snapped off? I'm like, I think I left it out too long. Oh. No, wow. It tastes so different. That one, you could really taste the sugar on it. Maybe because the air gets to the sugar and like crisps it up. Crisping up the sugar. What does that even mean? And that one, like you saw the pull. You know there's like a mozzarella cheese stick pull? Ever seen those videos? That's a different pull from both of these. That one, the first one kind of like fell apart, wasn't expecting that. This one I had to fight a little bit. This one I didn't like. If you had a mozzarella stick that you had to fight like that, throw it away. Call the health inspector. Get your money back. Triple dipper? You owe me triple the amount of money I just spent on that, because that's food poisoning. This tasted a lot more like sugar, and the marshmallow within itself was almost like gummier and like not stringier. I'm not trying to say adjectives that make it sound bad. It was like the marshmallow was a little more gummy. They're not like falling apart. The sugar is so much more pronounced on these. Like I'm really tasting the sugar. Interesting. If I could have the sugar flavor from the stale Peep, but the texture of the first Peep, I would take that. Where's the in between? They gonna make a new product? For the sake of the taste test, I'm sure these taste the same. Okay, I don't want to try these. Also, what the hell do these eyeballs taste like? I'm just gonna eat his right eyeball, which is ironically my right eyeball is also my bad eye. It's my lazy one. It's like a little bit of crunch. Why don't they make Peeps covered in like little like dots? You know that dots candy that you rip off the piece of paper and they're like crunchy? What if they like covered a Peep in dots like that? Like little bits of like wax melty chocolate, not wax, melt chocolate. Little crunchy pockets. That'd be great too. Someone working at Peeps, write this down. I know y'all on social media got 100,000 followers. Let's move on to some of the wacky flavors I found. But quick shout out to my Patreon. Today for the Patreon, we're going to try more Peeps products. They have Peeps gummies, which you're going to be trying over there. Marshmallow flavored gummies, but they're like a gelatin rather than a... That's going to throw me off. And then I found Peeps jelly beans. Lemon, strawberry, marshmallow, blueberry. We're going to try those over on the Patreon for like the bonus content. Also, I found Junior Mints, which I love. And I thought these were Peep themed, but no. The font threw me off. It's just eggs. But they're like colored Junior Mints. Next flavor we're going to try. Oh, these are kind of cute. I didn't even notice they're kind of splatter paint. Son of a... Y'all make cute candy. I will give you that. They are kind of cute. I found Peeps cake. Does that say party cake? Not birthday cake. It says party cake. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this packaging is going to be like a lot of other qualms I have with products is that they don't actually tell you what the hell it's supposed to taste like. Is it supposed to taste like birthday cake or does it look like a birthday cake? Nothing on here tells me that the flavoring should be different at all. And I have a problem with that. Tell me what it's supposed to taste like. Oh my God, that's... I feel like I just had like a... One time I did a brand deal with this small skincare company, and they will remain nameless. Their products always smelled like this weird marshmallow chemically flavor sprinkle candy birthday cake. All of their products smelled like that, and I hated it so much. And I didn't realize it until after the fact that I was like, I hate the smell of these. The products are fine. I hate the smell. Now, we just did the Never Have I Ever cookie dough bites. The sprinkles on those, that box kind of smell like this, but this is like times 1,000. You know when you put an air freshener in your car and it's too strong, the scent is too much, you get back in the car the next time and you have a headache while you're driving, you're like, why is my head hurting? Am I dehydrated? No, you got 17 lemon-scented pine sol air fresheners sitting in your car. That's crazy. The flavored air in this, no wonder they put air as an ingredient because it sure is a side effect. The air wanted to escape out of this package. I'm doing it a favor. It smells like coconutty too. Oh, coconutty birthday cake. I actually ended up... these are so cute though. That's what's killing me. Why does it look like little shards of glass though? I love splatter paint, as you can tell by my shirt and everything around me. But they don't look like sprinkles. Now, why wouldn't you just use sprinkles? Why wouldn't you just use chocolate for the eyes? Why wouldn't you just sprinkles? If you look really closely, I'm going to take a picture. Whatever the colored bits are on here, they are like translucent. They look like little shards of glass. Like if you dropped a really delicate ornament and we're trying to pick it up. Why is it like a... Look how shiny... I'm trying to think of like what candy is like shiny translucent. Do you guys know that like film, that clear film they put over like lights, like in movies? Like a gel. It's called like a gel. That's what it looks like. Like they cut those up and sprinkled them on there. Also, these are not white. These are like an off-white, eggshell white, they would call it if you were painting a room. They smell so bad. They smell like coconutty. They smell chemically. They smell gross. They look like they're covered in shards of glass. What is that about? And this is the chick. The bunnies, you can tell it's a bunny. When you take this out of the package, what does that look like? That don't look like a damn chick. That maybe looks like a sad swan. It looks like a damn little piece of doo-doo. Okay. Okay, it's just vanilla. This one tastes more like marshmallow than the original marshmallow flavor. It smells like coconut, but it's not coconut. Doesn't remind me of birthday cake at all. What are my other complaints? Oh, the smell is 10 times more than the flavor. How does it smell so much and taste so little? How do you do that? Maybe they're just putting flavored air in these boxes. Maybe that's the part of the video they don't show you. I don't like it. I hate it so much. Why did I take another bite? I'm gonna have ants in here because I keep doing this to all the sugar on the ground. Oh, it's so like disappointing. I don't want to destroy these because I actually have a coworker who said she likes Peeps. I was like, you can have all of them when I'm done. I don't want any of them. Also, the off-white color of those is unsettling. My beef with birthday cake flavoring is that it usually tastes bad. Birthday cake flavoring tastes like you're having a bad day, but also it's supposed to remind you of your birthday. So your birthday's also a bad day. I just spit. That's all I'm saying. Let's go for a fruit flavor. I don't know how fruit could be implemented into marshmallow. You got me there. This is what... Oh, almost fell right in the trash, where I probably am just gonna end up. Sour watermelon. They really dyed the shit out of this sugar. It's green as hell. The green of the Peeps is darker than the green of the package. What is this gonna smell like? Oh, smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. Yeah, that's not bad. You know what they should taste similar to is the damn, don't they make like a green Mike and Ike? Because they also own Mike and Ike. So they probably just took the flavoring from that and put it over here. You want to make a damn Christmas Peep? Make a Grinch Peep. Get the licensing to that. Oh, they're pink on the inside. Oh, I didn't know that. Why don't y'all advertise that? That's kind of fun. Oh, it's a lot brighter in person. The green is like a Grinch green, but that pink looks like the insulation on a house. They put that pink insulation in. You're not supposed to breathe it in. That's what it looks like. Sour watermelon flavored marshmallow dyed pink, covered in green crystallized sugar shaped like a chicken. Try explaining that candy to someone who lives under a rock, who has never seen Peeps before, who lives their life. I like my candy shaped like an animal. We got this. I don't know why I'm scared. I'm not nervous. Maybe a little bit. The sugar went. Has a sour element. It's not sour like a warhead. Something about thinking sour, thinking watermelon, and then getting this texture of a marshmallow is like really making me upset. Like I was chewing on that and I was like, I'm really not enjoying this. I really hate this texture. I don't. I don't. One more bite for science, you know, bite the head, put him out of his misery. It's not the worst thing in the world. I really just prefer watermelon and like a chewy candy. Laffy Taffy, blah blah blah, Jolly Rancher. I don't want it like fluffy. I don't. Mar, I don't like mixing all that stuff together. I told you this was gonna be a complaining episode. I told you. That one's the worst. I hate that. These are both Delights. Now, is it Dove Delights? Is that the brand? Is Delights its own? Delights is its own trademarked thing. What is Delights chocolate? Have I had it? Oh, this is strawberry though. No, they are different. What kind of a ripoff is this? Why did we get weird on the branding here? This is Strawberry Peeps dipped in chocolate. I said they should do some type of chocolate thing. This is just the regular Peeps dipped in chocolate. Why is there only 3 in this? The regular Peeps come in 5. The bunnies come in 4. You could get them in a 4-pack like this, or you could get them in a 3-pack like that. These are probably the same damn price. What is that about? The packaging is cute. I do like the flowers here. I'll give you that. These are very well branded. I'll give you that, Peeps. You got great branding, which probably helps you sell even more of them. The chocolate on here even looks so appetizing. It's like covering half the thing. You only get a peep of the Peeps. That's cute. The strawberries and the swirls on this one right here are really cute. I think these could really elevate the Peep because I want something chocolate. Now, this Delights chocolate I've smelled before. I think I've had this. They literally just dip them. Boop, boop, boop. Someone should make an off-brand of Peeps called ducks. What's a baby duck called? A duckling. I knew that. Because the book, The Ugly Duckling. I'm more of the dumb duckling. Instead of the Peeps, they call them the duckies. Oh, the duckies. And they're like savory flavors. Bean burrito duckies. Beef jerky duckies. Beef jerky flavored marshmallow duckies. Disgusting. I think there's a market for it. Let's try these. They're just regular Peeps covered in chocolate. I want the whole thing covered in chocolate. In fact, take the marshmallow out of it. The bottom of these do not have the sugar. It just goes straight marshmallow to chocolate. That's fantastic. That's really good. The chocolate is a great quality and it really elevates it. I have no notes. That almost makes me like Peeps. At that point, it really just tastes like a chocolate covered marshmallow, which is like also a very big Easter candy. Those little Easter eggs, the Russell Stovers. Yeah. Here's the strawberry ones. Ooh, I hate the smell of fake strawberry. I really do. I don't really like strawberry as a flavor. I'll admit that. I love strawberries. I think flavoring of strawberry anything is disgusting, gross, annoying at this point. At this point in history, it's just annoying. Oh, it smells like a fruit roll-up. It smells like a strawberry lip smackers. Oh my gosh, that's what it is. Oh my god, that whole line they had like a strawberry watermelon, a watermelon. I can picture the old, like the 4-pack. Oh my gosh. Oh. It's melting in my hand. Not bad, but I don't like strawberry. So I like the originals better. The sugar's starting to get to me. I'm starting to get full, but in a way that you're full and you're sad because it's all just sugar. I don't like it. Okay, let's try this one. Peeps cotton candy. And look, we're back to the little shards of blue sugar glass. What is that about? Why are we doing such things with the Peeps? Why don't they just make like a mosaic? Oh my God, we've got a Peeps inspired mosaic. The Picasso Peeps. Picasso's Peeps. And you can do like shattered glass, splatter paint, whatever you want. I also like they don't try and do anything extra with the Peeps. They don't try and put like funny hats on the Peeps. So what if you had like an edible chocolate cowboy hat? Little cowboy Peeps for Nashville. You could sell them exclusively in Nashville. Pimped out Peeps with a little gold chain on them. Like, I know that you guys put everything... I'm talking right to the company now. I'm talking to Keith and Caitlin right now. I know that you don't have to do anything extra with the Peeps, and you have so many things of merchandise that the candy is really like a side quest. You could make like limited edition handmade Peeps, add a little something to them. And I'm not even a fan, so I'm not like I would be buying them in the first place. So maybe I'll just shut my mouth, okay? It smells like sour cream. Why does it smell like sour cream? Almost like the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. It smells like a container of old sour cream left in the back of a fridge at an Airbnb. Oh, you know, the hairs on the back of my neck just kind of stood up. What is that? It smells nothing like cotton candy. They open up the fridge to air it out. The whole fridge smells like old sour cream and plastic. It smells like plasticky sour cream air. It smells like that, and also smells like a paste. Like a pasty paste. Glue. Marshmallow. Synonyms. This might be the worst one. Maybe it is? Tastes like nothing. Maybe vanilla? But somehow they taste, the sugar in these is really popping like the stale Peeps. Like the sugar is like more crystallized on these, but they taste like absolutely nothing. Ew. Why is there milk in here? How much milk are they putting in these? Quality candy is our family tradition. If you're not satisfied with the quality of this product, how about the flavor of the product? They look fine. They made fine. They taste like shit. Please save the unused portion of the Oh my gosh, if you don't like this candy, something wrong with it, you're supposed to save the candy. And they probably want to ship it back to them. Probably don't sue them. Contact us Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 Eastern time. They work normal hours. I hate these so much. I hate that you tried to make these cotton candy. I hate that the branding is kind of cute and they taste like nothing and they have little shards of glass on them, and I have a headache from all the sugar. But it kind of tastes stale, but it's not, because I just opened them, but it kind of tastes like vanilla, and you're making me crazy because I hate them so much. You know what I hate the most? That you wasted my time. That sounds like in 10 Things I Hate About You, and she's like listing off things. I hate how you ride your motorcycle, and I hate the way that you smell. And I hate the way that you look at me when I'm looking at you and then you look away first. I hate you. I hate your timing. And I hate the most of all is that I love you. You're not going to hear that line out of me about this. I hate the most of all that you're wasting my time, Peeps. I hate it. I don't like it. Let's get through this one. I don't know. I just don't like the branding on this one. I don't like the blue. This is Peeps, but it's Tropical Punch. Tropical Punch. I saw when I looked at that flavors list of like the 100+ flavors. Oh my God, it kind of matches my shirt. Oh gosh. I saw on their flavors list that they have like a lot of fruit flavored ones. I'm so glad we only got 2. I feel so gross right now. Usually I feel gross the second I'm like done filming these, but this is hitting fast. They have a pineapple, an orange, a cherry, and a lime on the front of this, and it's all sitting in a coconut. So you tell me what the hell it's gonna smell like, because I'm thinking it's gonna be like just orange. I wonder how they decide once they pick the flavor if they're gonna make it into a bunny or a chick, because I don't know if you can buy this in a chick form. How do they do that? That would be the fun part of the company I would like to work in. They're like, you want to be a taste tester for Peeps? I go, absolutely not. Get me out of that factory. They go, do you want to do branding and marketing and write up packages and think of flavors? I'm thinking of, when you think of bunny, do you think tropical or do you think chick? And I go, I think bunny, of course. Bunny, hopping around, and people like to hop around to the islands of Hawaii, so that's for it's a bunny. Huh? Yes. Let's just try this. No. This one smells like cleaning supplies. Oh my gosh, it smells like the spray you put on your glasses to clean them. Smells like really diluted Pine Sol Fabuloso mixed with like the glasses cleaner solution mixed with Windex. A little bit of Windex smell. Now, why wouldn't you just infuse this with the smell of orange? Why? Who works at the factory and is putting these in the package and is doing quality control and going, you know, these don't smell that great. It smells like the rind of something. It smells like the top of the pineapple you don't eat. I don't like this. Look at all the different faces on these Peeps. They all look a little different. Tropical? Gosh, I wish I was on a beach right now, drinking a margarita, not doing this. Sand in between my toes, not this little colored sugar in between my fingers. I hate this so much. These make me so sad. These are depression Peeps. Peeps were made during the Depression, and these are depression Peeps. Hello. Hello, is this thing on? You know I don't like something when I chew it at the side of my mouth. Once again, the fruit flavor with the marshmallow texture does something in my brain. Takes my 2 last brain cells, They start bumping into each other and they go, something's wrong. Why is this fruit flavored thing so airy marshmallow gummy? Why? Okay, that has absolutely no flavor. It kind of tastes like a little bit of an orange. It's the most subtle, dull orange flavoring I've ever had. It's like they took all the punch out of an orange. What a fail of a flavor. That's making me so sad. That might be the flavoring of like an orange Mike and Ike. That's like my new like hate candy. Only a couple more. Let's power through. These ones, I have a weird feeling that these are gonna be good. How could they be bad? This is right up their alley. Partnered with Kellogg's and did Rice Krispie treat Peeps. And Rice Krispie treats are already marshmallow. Now, should they have put little pieces of cereal on here? Yes, they should have. Yes! Smells kind of popcorny to me. Smells like a popcorn ball made out of marshmallows. Yeah, it smells like that. I guess it does have like a cereal type of flavor to it. That's not white sugar. It's a little off-colored, like the egg white. I think these should be blue on the inside only because the white on white is like so sad looking. Oh, whoa. These are a different texture. That one did not rip off nicely. These are dense. It's not as airy. It's gonna be hard to see. This is like a denser marshmallow, but this tastes more like a straight up marshmallow that you would get from a bag that you would make at home Rice Krispie treats with. Oh yeah. They don't taste much different than the normal Peeps. And it does remind me of a Rice Krispie treat. I mean, it's whatever. Nothing to write home about. Maybe they're adding more of a straight up marshmallow to already the marshmallow like paste that they made. So it's like setting different. I don't like it. It's very interesting. Why do we have this package and there's so many of these in here? There's 10. This is the damn Harry Potter Butterbeer Peeps. I actually heard these were good. I don't know who I heard that from. Maybe a whispering in the wind. Isn't Harry Potter more of like a red? Because isn't he in the Gryffindor house or whatever? This like off tan is an okay color. The Butterbeer being like this orange, but it's not as bright. It's not as pale orange as the bunnies. I've had Butterbeer once. I was at Universal at night. It was pouring down rain and I'm pretty sure I had a Butterbeer. I don't know. How much was this? There's 10 sweet butterscotch with notes of shortbread. What? Shortbread? Is that the beer part because it's like wheat? This is the first one that on the back it describes the flavor. And it's that because Warner Brothers has their hands in this and they're like, we need to, if we're going to make a flavor, we got to at least say what the flavor is on the back of the package. I like how even on the packaging, even when they're trying to draw a peep, they don't give it much shape. They're like, it's kind of like a swirl and a fat because it sits flat and then has like a little tail. Because we cut the wings and you put a dot for the eyes. I'm losing steam, you can tell. Oh, it just ripped into 2 packages. God, oh, it smells so much like butterscotch. I know the butterbeer tastes like butterscotch, but this smells so much like butterscotch. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. I bet you it tastes so subtle. These just look like sad little lumps. Do you also notice whenever I bite them, I always like avoid the head? I always bite the body first, and then the second bite is like around the head as well. I never bite the head of the chicken off. It feels disrespectful. That's the sweetest and least offensive flavor we've had all day. It does taste like butterscotch a lot. And then essentially tastes like butterbeer. I'm not getting the shortening flavor at all with a hint of shortbread. If you like butterscotch, you'll like this. If you like butterbeer, you might like this. If you don't like butterscotch, don't go anywhere near this. Don't even be in the same vicinity as it. In fact, if you don't like butterscotch, don't even bother watching a Harry Potter movie. I've had too many. The last one we're going to try is also a drink. It's a very popular drink. It's a pop. It's a soda. Probably in your fridge right now. It's Dr. Pepper Peeps. I've never seen them do any type of soda. Me and Cole just talked about Dr. Pepper on the podcast. Check out my podcast, In Bed with Christine and Cole. We were talking about how Dr. Pepper has like a cult following. I think I've had Dr. Pepper like once when we did the blind pop taste test. So who am I to be the judge if it tastes like Dr. Pepper? They must have gotten the flavor from Dr. Pepper, the company themselves, because they just put that flavoring in the marshmallow, right? Jeez Louise. This smells like someone just chugged a Dr. Pepper and then burped in my face. Kind of smells like cherry flavored cold medicine as well though. These smell like I'm gonna eat one of these, get real drowsy. Like I just took a bunch of cough medicine and we're gonna call it a night. These smell so cherry-y. And I do like the dusting on these. But there's hints of like a speckles of brown. Oh! It just punched me in the face. This feels like a video diary. I'm like, I can't do it anymore. I was planning on going to a bonfire later that night, and then we were gonna roast marshmallows, and I had to cancel my plans because I just said I couldn't be around it. It just wasn't good for me anymore. I smell the smell everywhere I go. It's a smelly smell. Ew. Already saying ew before you try it. Oh my god, I hate this video. Tastes like Dr. Pepper and like a cherry cola, not just cherry, like a cherry cola. There's a kick of cola in there. It's really deceiving to think the sugar is not the flavor. The sugar is the color to make you think that it should taste like the thing that they're advertising. All right, that'll pretty much do it. I'm burnt out. I'm done. I'll never eat Peeps again. I'm glad we did this so that I could say that I tried and that I won't try again. People are like, you had Peeps one time? I'm like, no, I had 10 of them back to back, all different flavors. I went through it. I went through all the stages of grief. That's it. That's the episode. I want to say this was a fun one. I don't know if I could lie. It was interesting. I like the fun facts, so there's that. I feel gross. I feel gross. Please like and subscribe. I'm spitting so much. Check out my podcast. Check out my Patreon. Oh, and if you like Peeps, comment down below. Fight for your life in the comments if you like Peeps and what kind you like. And if I swear if you say one of the fruit flavored ones, I'm gonna screenshot your username and send it to the FBI. They got messed up taste buds. What's going on there? You need to be tested. My favorite ones are the tropical punch. I buy 17 boxes a year. Disgusting. Gross, dumb, stupid. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I can't wait to edit this video and watch me eat all of them back. If a Peep truck ever falls over on the side of a highway and all of them fall out the back, I'll help the driver put all of the Peeps back on the truck and they can drive it away. I go, don't be leaving this garbage out on the highway. Person picked a pack of Peeps up from the store. I'm pissed about the Peeps, and that's my personal Peepsonality.